And don't fail. Don't get it.
Yeah, you end up following a new trail. You forge your own trail. Nothing blows you guys up. You're really super
Nice.
disappointed. Pete, you guys are looking around. It appears that the cave is not only empty, but it looks like it's been cleaned up of everything really carefully. Almost like the people who left it were concerned about the possible ecological damage to the environment if they left things here to rot.
Hmm.
Unlike everywhere the PCs have ever been.
I guess the spaceship's
All right,
gone
so
then.
it's, have a look around in case they've left anything behind, like a note or something. Or
No, they have not. And the cave is suspiciously spaceship free. It is big enough for a spaceship, but it is
Let me
suspicious.
try this. Hey, what about this?
what are you
Chaos?
trying to do?
I'm trying to sense if there's any pattern or chaos or trump around.
Okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay, well,
No.
Yeah. They're both going. Do you want to do that too?
Yeah.
Trying to
Okay,
detect
I know
some
about that.
pattern. Yeah, no.
Let's do sense pattern.
You have sensed pattern on Freddy.
Ha!
He points at Freddy and pronounces "ha" very loudly, which causes Freddy to flinch.
You are covered in pattern. Ooh, analyze power pattern.
Ah.
No.
oh,
Detect
let
power
me try
chaos. Ooh.
No chaos that
Yes,
I know
there
of.
is.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
there
Yeah,
is.
McKay's got something, some item, but it isn't covered in it.
Yeah, so he detects chaos in my direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you able to analyze pattern?
No.
Damn.
Sorry.
Oh, the mystery.
I have not been focusing on getting strong of regaining my abilities in the pattern.
That's
I've been focusing on getting my. Oh, that's something you probably, Matt. I've got my original form back. I look like Joshua McKay again.
Yeah.
You probably haven't played with me since I managed to do that.
No. I thought you were still Obi.
Yeah, no. I actually look like Joshua McKay.
Nice.
Oh yeah, he worked his ass off to get that shit.
Yep.
But now he looks completely normal.
Yay. So your pattern, you've got chaos item. Yay.
Yes, it's a dagger. I've got a chaos dagger.
I hate my life.
As Freddy's gate,
I'm still trying to work out what it does. I know some of the things. I don't know if I know everything yet or not, though.
So, are we attempting to make friends with chaos people?
Already have.
Oh, good.
I wouldn't say we're friends.
Oh.
Acquaintances.
Oh.
I would like to point out to McKay and Kinley that Freddy looks like he has just had such a horrible day. He looks like he really needs a big old hug. As you guys are standing there dripping in fucking mud looking at it.
So the question, detect pattern can only gives you this pattern over there.
Yeah.
It doesn't pinpoint, does it, from memory?
Yeah. Freddy is. It's not pattern is coming off of something Freddy has. Pattern is coming off of Freddy, and not us. So
right.
This is the. You are marked by pattern.
Yeah.
That's what the mark is. Must be. Now, whether the little guy in your eye did it before he fled.
No, it wasn't the little guy, because we didn't detect that before.
Little guy in your eye.
Hey, by the way, is there still... Look in my eyes, G2. Is there still something there?
One of his eyes is missing and fucking hole in his head.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to look in his remaining eye and see if there's something?
Yeah,
he vacated.
Look in the remaining eye and look in the gap.
Nothing in the gap. You look in the remaining eye, and you just see a drop of sweat coursing down Freddy's brow. They stare at you for a while.
No, can't see anything, Freddy. I mean, if you
Lighting's
want,
not
I can move the Chaos Dagger close to it and see what happens.
Maybe one day when I'm ready to kill myself.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I can't see anything there, dude.
Wow, what a day Freddy's had.
Fine.
Have you always been marked by pattern?
No, it was only when I killed Benedict that this started happening.
What? You killed Benedict? When did you kill Benedict?
Benedict's son, sorry.
I think you've been marked. I suspect you've been marked for pattern before then.
Well, we detected pattern on me before. Well, detected pattern, and no one detected what Kim just did. So this is very recent.
I seem to remember something about how Amberites can curse someone, especially on their death.
Yeah.
So if if you're under the effect of a death curse.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. Yeah, that could have been what happened, but he didn't say anything when he died, but doesn't mean.
I don't think you have to say something.
Yeah, so you could be under a death curse. And a death curse doesn't mean that you're going to die. A death curse is something that when somebody dies, they lay a curse.
Yeah, but if it's like, mark this guy, so everyone I know can find him and keep an eye on him, and to make sure he, follows the strict guidance of keeping his hand cut off.
Well, actually, I think it is yet something else that has been purposely done by JS to force you to walk the Logos.
But it also explains how they managed to find Freddy so quickly.
Yeah, and how they knew it was Freddy.
Why would Justice
actually
be able?
They did have a photograph in their hand that you didn't see.
Yeah, but they came straight to the embassy. Like they just like.
That's right.
Right.
They knew he was at the embassy, and they had a picture of him.
So I suppose they could have asked around, and there's enough people that hate him where they're like, "Yeah, there's some bad bitches over there." But more likely,
how would they even know that? How would they even know that shadow?
Yeah.
And the fact that they turned up there is another sign that the firewall is kaput. I mean, besides the fact that Benedict's son was in Gothic, which he could only get there if the firewall was kaput. As to why I think it's more of Justice Swift's antics. It was because the image we saw, the vision we saw was of Justice Swift with the coat of arms of the Hellstrom clan.
I'm playing artistic expression,
which is part of the reason why I jumped in to help him. But I suspect it was purposely set up to force you to.
I'm playing in architecture.
Well, the best way to get that mark removed is to walk the Logos. Walking the pattern's not necessarily going to do it. That is my suspicion.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Unfortunately.
Does anyone have any victories?
I have one.
Hang on a second. My hand is getting larger and larger. Let me just quickly. Are you wounded at the moment, Freddie?
No.
Okay.
I have amazingly, I have a nope, a limited retrieve, and a lock it in. So, we've got 2 nopes, essentially, and a lock it in.
Oh, yeah, because limited retrieve, yes. So.
I have a victory, so...
Oh, yeah, lock it in then.
But, I'm thinking, do we want to do that or wait until we get more of them? Because at the moment, if we get anything bad...
So, yeah, the lock it in is not a single card one, is it? That's the other one.
No, I believe it's any victories, all victories.
The whole card's the single card, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah. All right.
So, I'll leave it for now. And if we get anything bad, I'll nope it. And then once that happens, then maybe we look to lock in the one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds good.
I still remember Freddie's expression where he was like, "Wait a minute, the wall of fire, a firewall," and he just hated me so much at that point.
Wow.
And since we're here and the flying saucer's not here, can you try and wake me up, Alex?
Yeah, sure.
It was something I was going to ask at the embassy, but other things got in the way, and then we went to Vorus and stuff. So since magic is easier here,
just a nice.
I also
for
tried to.
fuck's sake!
Here comes the fumble card, the fumble card, the fumble card. Draw 2. Here comes the 2 fumble cards, the fumble cards. Okay, and right, he pushes over. He pushes McKay so hard that McKay flies over and re-enters his mud puddle.
Well, that is kind of waking him up.
He's all around in the mud, wondering what the fuck.
I walk over, slap McKay across the face.
He walks over to you as you're laying in the mud puddle, grabs your shirt, goes, "Wake up," and begins slapping you around. You are wide awake and now irritated, McKay.
all right.
As your hands are now muddy. Well, one hand, sorry. He has to grab you and shake you and then release you and slap you around and then grab you and shake you some more. Although he is trying to use the hook. Fortunately, the hook is a little shorter than his other hand, as it's like, you're like, Jesus, I'm glad that he got his arm cut off closer to there, because otherwise I'd have a hook scraping across my face because he keeps forgetting he has a hook.
Okay. So
I am so phasing the fuck out of myself at the moment. Do you guys want one?
yes, thank you.
Yes. Why did you do that earlier?
Yeah, we were in a low magic zone. All right, there's one for.
If you use the phase in the lower magic zone, then it'll be a willpower roll to make sure it's still.
Yes.
Cool.
All right, there you go. First, you get one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now you get the phase. Go, Freddy. So you're once again in the mud. You're thinking, if you were to build the right kind of building around this mud thing, you could make it one of those like things that they charge people to come to, and the Sleestat come here and lay in the mud. Because, aside from any possible hallucinogenic or muscle freaking out qualities the mud has, it's.
We actually inside the cave or just in the mouth?
Inside.
Well, you were inside the cave, but you pushed him so hard he is now outside of the cave and on the other side of the minefield in the mud again.
What?
When you push somebody, they stay pushed.
I guess so.
And
Wait till you get to 200 strength, then you'll begin just like, fuck you, I'm throwing them into the woods.
Alright. Try and cast a little blind flag.
yeah, there we go. I'm all playing
He
now.
stands up and just kind of goes, and the mud just goes away, and he goes,
Yay! Got my blind fighting.
okay, you are ready to, if anybody comes into the cave with you, you're ready to take them out.
Yeah.
It's not too terribly dark in there. So, what are you guys going to do now? It looks like McKay gets out of his mud thing and is clean again, because mud has medicinal cleaning properties in McKay's world, apparently.
Yes.
I'll let you guys discuss what you're going to do. I'm going to the restroom.
Okay.
So the flying saucer is gone. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it would have stuck around for too long, but we've confirmed it's gone now. But yes.
So we could. I'm interested in potentially furthering our line down the chaos end of things.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we want to go and have a chat with some chaos people and see if they need anything done.
Do you know any chaos people to go and chat to?
You
I know
know
Freddie.
one.
I know Freddie knows someone.
No. They don't like me. They like McKay.
It's true. I got filled in last time from Freddie about all the antics that went on.
Oh yeah. So I have a trump card to Trevor
Mhm.
of Hellstrom
Mhm.
that I can use to get in touch with him.
Pete, what was the name of the guy
The
that hired us or hired the clones to come after us?
It was Wicked Grave.
Which, yeah, he was a
Okay.
fixer. He wasn't
Yeah,
the
he was the
person.
fixer. He was the middleman. They didn't have the name of the white guy. Or the guy covered in plaster or mud or whatever that was.
Yeah. Cool.
So there he said they'll allow you.
Okay. Yeah, Kendra, if you want to talk to Trevor, McKay's got a card.
Yeah. But I just, yeah, so what was your thinking in regards to it, Alex? In regard, so we contact him and then what?
Just say, hey, what's going on?
I don't want to abuse the relationship. I mean, they owe us a favor. We saved her life. We saved Stone's life.
Kendra, if you want to walk the Logos, they might be able to.
I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think out of all of us, you're probably the closest.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm just building up my 2 skills.
But I suspect I don't know, are you any good at, can you change have you learnt how to turn into a demon, your chaos form, and into your avatar form?
Those are the 2 I'm practicing on the side.
Okay. Yeah, so
you also need to go murder a bunch of children or something.
no.
Done that before.
No. I think it's the other way around. I think walking it, you've got to be of a firm mind, or you've got to be able to withstand it. It will test your mind, but creating it, you've got to be insane.
Oh, creating it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But the other thing is, even in regards to the shape changing, I think you've got to be better than just being able to do it for a living, because I think it will be, because you're also walking the Logos when you're changing your form.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect it'll be harder to do.
Oh yeah.
It'll be
like
harder
most
to
things
change.
are when you're doing that.
Yeah.
Basically, we won't be doing it for a while.
No. But yeah.
But if you do it, can you hurry up? I want the firewall back.
I want the firewall. Always on about the firewall.
Pete, you've got too many cards again. What's up with that?
I don't know. They keep breeding.
Mm.
No red cards.
So,
20.
what do you guys want to do?
Kinley was contemplating talking to the Chaos people and say, hey, how's it going? But we thought better if we had a bit more than just a hey, how's it going?
Probably a good plan with Chaos people. Yeah,
maybe let Doc talk to them. Just an idea.
Why?
He seems to be good at that sort of thing. Talking to the higher ups.
I think you are outselling all of us. We are all capable of doing something like that.
I am completely incapable.
You just need to know what to talk about and what not to talk about.
All I know how to talk about is.
Does a recap of Pete talking to one of the guys, and the guy going.
So
that's a good 4 a.m. conversation for Pete. That's what I like.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's
the conversation I had worked exactly how I wanted it to.
There's obviously a lot going on at the moment between the armor and chaos stuff. So we need to find out more about what's going on. That's why I thought we can go and talk to them, offer them aid if they want it. They might be willing to take on people that are looking to side one way or the other, if that indeed is the way we want to side. Yeah, let's face it, you got to side one way or another.
Honestly, I hate them both.
Bless you.
Someone's got a lot of kids playing around.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to kill them anymore. They don't double pane their fucking windows here for reasons.
I'm getting rid of Happy Holidays. And what else? I'm assuming
That's got too many cards.
I'm assuming we're not going to need crime scene cover up.
With Freddy, I would always keep that card in.
Well, I had been hanging on to it, but
never telling Freddy's just gonna run over a fucking bunch of kids and shit. Which, if he does it out back, then I'll give him cards.
Has anyone got a piece of shit that they want to trade for Spark of Divinity?
ooh, I always like a Spark of Divinity.
Everyone does. Right?
You're getting rid of a Spark of Divinity?
I don't have stats that can go up. They're all at 20.
God damn, your life is rough.
Yeah, give it to Pete.
Yeah, I'll give you. It's not as bad as it looks.
It is
Yeah.
I'll discard that because.
Yeah, discard it because I'm not. Whatever you're doing, I'm just going to discard.
With the plodding around, we don't really need it. And I'll play Spark of Divinity.
Hooray! Someday you can be just like fucking Kinley.
Someday I can be just like I used to be.
Yay!
Yeah.
And then another horrible death.
Yep.
Yay!
All right. I don't know. It just seems my stats seem to be going up a lot slower this time, or it could be just the
dice have fucking turned against you that one day.
Not so much that, or just my perception of how quickly I went up previously is warped by memory of, I didn't actually go up as fast as I thought I did. It was just.
Well, especially if the first time you were getting Spark of Divinity as much as Freddy here did.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had it 7 times in the last 8 games. It's like, what? It's like, god damn.
So what do you guys, where do you want to go now?
Oh, right, yeah.
You could just hang out at the cave. It's going to get dark soon, though. And Freddy likes being out in the wilderness at night. Makes him happy.
Yeah, so anyway, did we want to? I mean, unless I could get in touch with Trevor of Hellstrom.
Well,
but I'm not sure.
You could. This information itself is probably not going to be like detrimental if we tell them, and then they might be willing to share something back on it. But you could always tell them, warn them about Freddy's plight and how he seems to be marked by pattern. They might be interested in that. They might have some information they're willing to share on the matter.
By the way, it's Hellgren, not Hellstrom. The name, okay?
Hell what?
Hellgren.
Oh, yeah.
Not Hellstrom.
I think I've got him on my notes. Yep, Trevor Hellgren. And
Hellgren. Yeah, Hellgren.
You connected the whole thing with who he looks like, did you, Pete?
Who looks like?
Trevor.
I know. Why? Who's he look like?
He looks related to Merlin.
Okay, no, I didn't know about that at all.
That's a bit of information for you there. That's probably.
So we're related to him.
Oh yeah, well, I think it's one big happy family, isn't it?
Yes. So yes, I don't know. I mean, we could get in touch with him if you wanted to, or not.
Oh, just with a lack of anything else to do, it could be good for shits and giggles.
Mhm.
Let the chaos flow, I say.
Okay.
Hmm.
We're going to do it here in the cave.
Yeah. Could do.
Who's got
You
his
wanna-
card?
You want
Me.
to give him access to...
I can't believe I missed that fucking earlier. What a fucktard.
What's that?
Sorry. When I was looking through my notes earlier, and I think when Logan was like, "Who do you know from Amber?" I was like, "Very few, but this is all the information I have on it." And you were like, "Oh yeah, this is what you might want to know." And I looked at it, and I was like, "Ah, I wonder how I know that." And literally, I've got right here, Merlin, King of the Courts of Chaos.
Yes.
Oh, I'm such a fucking retard. Yeah, didn't see that before. I knew he was affiliated, but right.
You sure you want them to have access to yet another zone, as in this one?
Well, so yeah, I mean, if you want to go to another zone that you know they're already part of, then let's do that.
They know
Well, we could
Melwick.
we could go
or
to
Gothic.
Gothic because that's where the
Yeah.
combat occurred.
Okay.
Could do it there. Yeah. I need to get caved though before we go there.
Okay.
You need to what now?
You just see me covered in blood and mud again. So
I think that's probably a good look for you right now.
Hmm. It goes
Yes.
with the hook and the eye patch.
not if we're going to Gothic.
So, all right. So we're going back to the embassy so you can get cleaned up.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to Gothic. Is that the plan?
Sure.
Were you sure to mark off the card and add it to the Fortress of Solitude?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so you pull out a yet new card so that you can catch it in the dying light.
I'll go to the embassy.
Now you're going to the embassy first?
Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead and give me the luck roll to make sure your card still works. I know your luck is amazing. And yeah, not a problem at all. And you guys all go through to the embassy, and you're walking toward the embassy, and the guards stop you at the gate to the grounds. Sir,
Yes.
message has arrived for you. I believe your son has it, says one of the
Okay.
rhino-headed guards.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You are Joshua McKay. The other one
Yes.
goes, oh, nods.
Oh, sorry, by the way, just so you guys know, I have absolutely no plans for today, so whatever time we want to go to, I'm happy.
Cool.
And it's quarter past 5 a.m. in the morning for me here.
You're
fine.
fine. You're a trooper, though, Pete.
I'm just saying, don't expect stellar.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm not going to be like, right, I need to go wrap it up now. It's just, yeah.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
how it naturally
Yeah.
Pete's amazing.
Matt, I think that, if you're willing to play any overtime, and by the way, I've got plenty ready for you guys, but if you're wanting to play any overtime, I think, Matt, you should expect stellar from Pete.
I can stay another 2 hours. So
Cool.
I'm good.
Oh, yeah, you're fine, Pete. So, right, you guys head off, and eventually, it shows Freddy being scrubbed down by 2 kids with long-handled brushes while others are throwing buckets of water on him and
Freddy
stuff.
is completely, the defeated look, the hunched over look, like just motionless, blank stare, doesn't even, no expression. That's him.
No problem. After they scrub your head good and clean, they put the bucket on, and then they work on scrubbing the bucket and stuff. Anyway, meanwhile, it shows the ambassador completely clean, and they stop Kinley and send them off to the bathhouse, which they've recently completed construction on. And no problem. Your son's like, "Oh, Dad, package arrived for you just a few minutes ago."
Okay. Any idea who from?
Local messenger.
Okay.
I don't think it's a bomb. He gives you something about the size of a baseball that's been squished a little bit flat.
Hmm.
There you go.
Thank you. I shall open it up.
It's good news. No problem. You begin slowly and ominously unwrapping it.
How was it wrapped up?
Brown paper tied with brown string.
Okay.
It reminds you a lot, actually, of the
Burlington.
Yeah, exactly like that. It's kind of creepy, actually. No problem. You unwrap the package, and inside you find something that looks just like this.
Holy crap.
Of course he finds that. Yep, of course he does.
Right.
Okay.
For those listening, it's the Overthruster.
You know what this reminds me of? Reminds me of the Dude, Where's My Car? When you got all those people after the quantum defibrillator or whatever, and it turns out to be the fucking Rubik's Cube that someone's had the whole time.
Cut to a little while later.
Was there a note or a message or anything with it?
No. A little while later, it shows Freddy outside, no problem. And you two are in the smoking room. Freddy's at like his little table that his trough's been partially filled for him. And you guys are sitting in there. They know that you like to talk in private, so they have put up an old-fashioned gramophone thing and given it some cranks. And it's like, oh my darling, oh my darling. That gets really old really quick. The Old West music, not great. So, yeah, you guys are sitting around looking at each other. Freddy's looking in from the outside. He's got a couple of tiki torches, but he's not a Nazi. Just wanted to specify that. He's instead like stealing Polynesian things or whatever. He's doing that instead. So,
all right.
So now you guys can talk if you wish, or you can ignore Freddy and just close the window. Just to cap his day nicely.
All right, so do that.
So this was all the fuss about, this little demon box.
I haven't told you about it.
Oh.
He just sits there glaring at Freddy like he knows Freddy's outside.
No. I shoved it in my bag, and I'm purposely not talking about it here due to various things people have mentioned previously. All right, so we gonna go to Gothic and
sounds good.
Come on.
Sorry.
Yep. Cool.
Right. So you usually
actually, I was thinking before we do that, how can we do this?
What do you want to do?
Get decent alcohol from Sherma to Gothic, but not in the same bottles.
Yay!
Why don't you just buy some empty bottles and transfer the liquor over into the empty bottle?
That's what I was thinking. But yes.
You do realize you need a lot of liquor.
Yeah, this is just a initial good quality liquor.
How much money do you have? It'll cost a lot.
I was going to just buy a couple of dozen, just as an initial.
Fair enough. You want to pop over there?
Yep.
All right, come on then.
Right. You guys fall out through the window. You're thinking that it might be a good idea to build like some wooden steps. You've got a master carpenter. Build some wooden steps that you can kind of fold over the window, so you can go up one side and down the other. So there's no undignified crawling out.
We don't have a room with French doors or something.
But this is the meeting room. This is your fucking great meeting room. I mean,
Yes.
you know. Plus, they
I'll
don't
leave-
like Freddy near the doors.
I'll leave the bucket in the doghouse.
Where's my Sherma money?
Put my cork in.
Sherma,
And
Sherma,
ready
Sherma,
to go.
Sherma, Sherma.
For your corking.
Neat.
That could be taken a couple different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep, I've got that.
I'm now imagining Freddy starting to get into having his hook and doing the Captain Hook thing from the fucking Robin Williams film where he's got several different hooks and shit.
Arr, arr.
Hook. Give him
What's
the
the
hook.
damage on the hook, by the way? Just
It's shitty. It's like D4 or something.
before. Okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, you could put other things, you know, that.
Yeah. All right. We ready to go?
Yep.
Jump over to Sherma.
Just swapping out my IDs.
All right, no problem. You guys head over to Shermer. It's nighttime. You see a bunch of angsty teens gathered around discussing their misery and stuff as you go into the park, I guess. And they ignore you because they're too wrapped up in their misery. And of course, there's the one hot chick who doesn't know she's hot, who has to make a choice between either this guy who's dark, moody, and brooding and kind of a wicked guy, and this guy who is the good, honest, forthright guy, but doesn't really move her the way that she
Or the third guy with an eye patch and a hook.
Yeah.
We get
Who's like
a
million according to them.
we get a taxi to Walmart or the equivalent.
Sure. Yeah. $30 later, welcome to America. You guys get a taxi over to Walmart from the park. And what would you like to buy?
A couple of dozen empty screw top bottles, a couple of funnels.
Time is 24, 100. $120 there.
And then a couple of dozen of decent spirits.
Right there, 300 there. So,
I whispered to McKay, might want to buy
and-
some extra for him.
yeah. So mark off $500. That way
And
you don't
yep,
get
yep.
back by
And
too much.
also some sticky labels and textures.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, you for $500 you get basically 2 dozen bottles of alcohol that are now in nondescript bottles that are all labeled.
Yep.
Cool. Done.
What do you label them
You're
as?
gonna need
Whatever
somewhere
the
to
liquor is, like single malt scotch and
Okay.
you're gonna need somewhere to move the alcohol from bottle A to bottle B, as they don't want you to do that in the store.
yeah,
My
we'll
mouth.
get, no.
They bought you a
Worth a
big
try.
bottle.
You can store it in here while you transfer the bottles.
I mean, we can just go back. We just go back to the embassy and do it.
Yeah.
And spend a
Right.
night there
Sure.
before
You go
going.
first next time. Actually, at the embassy, there's a bunch of other people who can do it for you.
Well, yeah, strange you mention that because my intent. I've been talking to Razzle and Rad about it, and I think we're going to have more than just. We're going to look at getting labels printed up.
Oh yeah, the as they're transferring the stuff, the people tell you that if you can ever build like a barber shop in a secure location to where they don't have to worry about bad guys coming through it and stuff, you know, something like it could be inside of their building, maybe they suggest.
Mhm.
That's their big idea. They would be happy to make alcohol runs because they're all familiar with Genovia. They'd be happy to begin doing that for you. All they'd need is somebody to prime the pump, and then they would begin automating.
Yeah, we'd need. The problem is setting up. Well, there's two things. One, there's no Clems in the modern day time zone where we're getting the alcohol from.
Oh, maybe you could build one there, they suggest.
Yes.
But
Although
there's
it's
not
really-
one in Biskin.
And the one in Beastkin was blown up by somebody.
Yes, that's another one they'd suggest building. So they say, don't worry, we've heard you got 2 barbershop poles into storage. So right there, problem solved, right?
Actually, we have one.
They all look at Freddy as though he's to blame. Where did the other one go?
It's in Burlington.
Oh, Burlington's open again. Cool. I'll go there tomorrow and see.
No, it's underwater.
How will you get there?
Oh, right. Well, you could build a barber shop. We've still got one pole. So, wait. Let me understand this. One of the guys says, you reactivated the barber shop in Burlington, which is, you say, underwater. Like how much
We
water?
can get the barbershop pulled back. It's not an issue.
Why would you activate a barber shop that's underwater?
We wanted to see if it was
Because
active.
the only way the person who went there would be able to get back, because
No, we trumped
it's
them out.
completely. How could you trump out if it was completely flooded? Did you
No,
find air pockets?
we trumped to him. As in, we trumped called him and pulled him out.
Oh, okay. You trump call him and pulled him out that way.
Yeah.
Yes, that would work. Yeah.
But we wanted to reactivate Cleanse just in case the trump didn't work for whatever reason.
They all look at you like you're on crack.
So yeah. So somebody could go there, get the pole, and trump out.
Doesn't it normally take like a day or two to reactivate a cleanse, one of them says?
A couple hours, yeah.
We've noticed it usually takes at least a day. How much air did you send them with?
About an hour or two.
They just look at Freddy and they're like, and one of the guys goes, "This is why nobody likes you."
I suspect it
wasn't
was
my
his.
idea.
I suspect it was his idea. This
Nobody
sounds.
probably
This sounds like Len's idea.
Yeah, it was his idea.
Yeah, it does.
It sounds. It sounds like an idea from Glenn.
Just shake their heads. The kind of people Freddy hangs out with, am I right? Well, the guy says,
He's
And then
hanging out
they
with you at the moment.
go, He goes, "I gotta take a dump." And they transfer the alcohol into different bottles for you as they're chatting
Lovely.
away. Yeah, they do a nice job too. They're very careful, et cetera, et cetera. They label them. They actually go, we could paint on the bottles so that we're not using sticky notes. If this.
Oh
is
yeah,
going-
yeah. Even better. Even better.
Okay, great. They find one of the PC's paint sets because the PCs always are fucking losing them and moving them around or claiming they
Oh, by the way, can you bring me a spare paint set?
They look at the ambassador.
Why did you buy one when we were in Shermer at Walmart?
They look at you.
I'll be right back. I'll go buy one now.
They look at the ambassador. We've got like 8 spares, sir.
Yeah, get him a spare one.
Hey, bring you an Old West paint set.
We'll do for now.
Yeah, no problem. They carefully paint on the stuff and dry it and stuff like that. And Kinley, give me a seduction roll.
Yeah.
One of the Kinley fan club girls found you and took you off and raped the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
At first.
Well, no, yeah. And
Yeah.
so Kinley staggers back in the room and they tag teamed his ass. There was more. They just wouldn't leave him alone.
There's plenty of kidney to go around.
Yes, you suspect they're all trying to get pregnant from you.
It's going to be a lot of alimony.
No more babies.
It shows the ambassador floating above you as you're trying to orgasm, going, "No more babies." You're like,
But surely we have to rebuild the population that was lost in the tragic events of MMO land.
History is just going to repeat. They're going to be once we find a location for them, they're going to have exactly the same issues unless they've worked out a way around.
By the way,
you know
Okay,
what? You know what Freddie offered us? He said you can go to this hellish world where there's like all kinds of bad shit and like spaceships and aliens and stuff, and we're like, "Fuck off!" And he's like,
it's a nice place.
They just glare at you some more.
I like it.
Why don't you go live there?
Because I always end up somewhere random.
Have you found anywhere good yet?
Besides this place?
They go back to what they're doing. Mainly ignoring Freddy. So, right, somebody new comes in, goes, smells like sex in here. What the? He looks at Kinley, goes, oh, Jesus.
All right.
To the...
Balls are dry, said somebody wanting to get rid of you guys.
Thank you. Do you
They
have a Trump
They
ticket?
wrap them all in fucking
Yes,
paper.
I
And
do.
they pack
Oh,
them in
perfect.
like a crate.
I'll go put my suit on, get nice, get ready, and yeah.
No problem. It shows him
Good
crawling in through his doggy door, and he stands up and goes up like little stairs. It's like a micro apartment, but shaped like a giant doghouse.
I made that.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it.
For some reason, in the dog bowl out front is a big log with spikes sticking out.
So bad.
Mm-hmm. So, right, Freddy comes back changed into a nice suit. Well, you think it's Freddy. Somebody with a bucket on their head with an extra hole.
Well, I'll leave the bucket in there because we're leaving now.
Oh. All right.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. To the smoke room.
To the smoke room.
Smoking room at the Hilton. No problem. You guys head on over there. And yeah, it's lovely. You guys wander through with your big crate of alcohol. They stop you. The door guy stops you. He goes, I'm sorry.
Yes, a handsome cab. Thank you.
Give me a fast talk roll at half. He's glaring at the thing of alcohol, thinking you're taking the smoking room alcohol. Go fast talk at half, Pete.
Yes. I was getting to the right page.
Oh.
No.
I'm sorry. You're not allowed to take the alcohol out of the smoking room. If
This
you'd like
is
to
not
put it
the
back.
alcohol from the smoking room. You do not stock alcohol like this.
They look at the
You were
carefully
trying to steal
painted
my
bottle.
alcohol, are you?
He calls over the manager. This is above his pay grade. The manager carefully looks at it and he goes, do you have a room here?
Sometimes, yes.
He glares at you.
Why don't you just go in there now and check the stock?
He goes
Fine.
off to check the stock, comes back, shrugs. We need to get your payment for your room tonight still, sir, he says cautiously.
Well, we're going to the Golden Wattle at the moment.
The Golden Wattle? How do you know about the Golden Wattle?
I just smile.
He raises an eyebrow. I've been interested in seeing the Golden Wattle.
Really?
Yes. He looks at you and time begins passing.
Don't tell me I have to babysit.
Yep.
I get really shifty-eyed.
He raises an eyebrow at you.
So who's this guy? The
He's
manager or
the
something?
general manager of the Hilton.
All right, I suppose I could try and get you in.
Very good. I call them, bring in 2 handsome cabs. I will ride with Mr. What was your
McKay.
name, please? McKay.
Sorry, my apologies. Joker. Shotgun Joker.
He rolls his seedy side street lore of long ago and fails. Cool. So, right.
I've stayed in
Mr.
this hotel
McKay-
under that name several times.
Yes, Mr. Joker McKay, I'll ride with him, and those 2 can ride in the other, he says. Cut to, it's surprisingly easy for you to get him in.
Yeah, it's strange that.
He seems happy, and you deliver the alcohol to the bar, and then you end up spending the next hour with the most interesting colonel in the world, who's telling you how much he likes this place, and then a new drink from the new stock gets to him, and his eyes get really big, and he goes, "You're improving the alcohol."
Yes, Yes, we managed to obtain a very small batch of better alcohol.
Colonel Dos Equis looks very impressed.
But it is extremely limited at this stage. We're hoping to expand what we can get hold of.
I see. No doubt this will sell for quite a bit of money. The bartender in the back is giving you a significant look, McKay.
Mm-hmm. Well, we will be. Our intent is to stock it, but yes, the better quality alcohol will, of course, be for those who enjoy the finer things.
The bartender comes over and says, "Of course, your drinks remain on the house, Colonel." And he looks at Shotgun Joker like,
"Yes,
is that correct?" "Oh, why, thank you," he says. "Yes, you think that the crates may go to him and some of it will get sold to his friends, but yes," he says, "Yes, I've been talking to the governor about having the new businesses that are so hard to get started. I've been talking to the governor about perhaps waiving your taxes for this year or something. I'll see what I can do."
That would be greatly appreciated.
The quality like this, and I'm not sure he'll be able to say no.
I hate that.
Everybody looks at Freddy.
I've just got an image of Freddy on his hands and knees with the Colonel with his boot up on Freddy as he's laughing.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, you guys, after spending some time with your local colonel.
Logan, does the credit ID count as a laptop?
Yeah. Why?
Matt, I need that note.
Huh?
I got a fried laptop card.
You're going to use a nope on that? I mean, it's only a fine. Somebody else must have accidentally touched it. Possibly when they were searching you, that one of their fingers must have brushed it.
Fried laptop.
Wait.
It'll be destroyed.
Don't forget the nope can also get rid of a yin yang or something horrible like that.
You can literally read the nope.
No, you don't need to nope it.
Oh, you don't?
No. Because, let me check, I'll just double confirm it, but I have my VR goggles from Cyberpunk Hong Kong in my bag.
Please.
So I can get rid of them.
Well, but did you draw the card?
The card says the party. It doesn't, one of the party's laptops.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not specifically your laptop or then one of the parties. So
lucky.
Okay.
No problem. I really thought Freddy was going to get fucked again, and I would have given another card for that. So anyway, in fact, if you don't use your VR goggles, I'll give you a card. Anyway.
Nah, I'd rather use the note for something that's going to screw us over a bit more.
No problem. So after visiting with the colonel and some of his staff, there's a lot of, like, the colonel's okay to you guys, but there's a lot of arrogance and shit like that in the bar because this is the really rich people. The bar itself is doing just fine. It's on track to make a certain amount of money every season. That money can be increased if the PCs do things like begin supplying it exclusively with good alcohol, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, getting small, this is what I call treats amounts.
Yeah.
But if you can set up some sort of supply line where you're getting amazing alcohol in, and
that's what I think. That's the intent, is to try and get better alcohol here, and also things like Vegemite, Tim Tams.
Nobody likes Vegemite. That's just
yes, they do. It's a delicacy. It's an Australian delicacy, and it shows the mettle of a man or a woman if they can handle it.
No, it shows if they've destroyed their taste buds through like licking.
No. I'm saying that's how we portray it, as in like Red and I will consume it, saying, "Oh, it's beautiful stuff," And the fact, and if they can't handle it, that obviously they were not. They're going to pretend that they can handle it and pretend that it's in and want to keep eating it.
Vegemite's the most evil shit devised by Australians. Anyway, yeah. So they sent me some, and I had to try it, and I almost died.
So you laid it on way too thick, though, when you had it.
There's no good amount to put on the bread unless
if you're not used to it. Well, most people lay it on quite thin. Some people like myself, and they put it on a bit thicker. But yes.
Anyway, where do you guys go next?
I guess we'll
people.
We'll actually go and get a room at the Hilton.
That is quite funny. The guy who the general manager is happy to go back with you because he spent enough time here. He is not at all happy about the business. I mean, sure, he'd like to be a member, of course, but he's not super happy because his business is going to start going here for the drinking thing. Or he's like, so it's just soldiers there mostly, is what you're saying, or
no. It's a club for not just the soldiers, not just the officers. The officers are, of course, welcome, but it's a club for the socialites of the town.
He looks really unhappy about that. As though he just said, we've decided to burn down your hotel later.
Oh, there are other locations where people couldn't go, which people were going to. But,
yes, but this is in direct competition with a place like the Hilton. Although they mainly specialize in hotel stuff, they did have a bar as well, and a smoking room as well. But nobody used the smoking room, and they still haven't figured out why. So no problem. You guys go get a room there. Do you remember how much the room costs?
I was going to say, otherwise I'll go straight. We'll go stay at the Australian Embassy.
Up to you, whichever one you'd like. Do you want to save me the time of looking up the cost?
I've got no idea what the
I
cost
thought we
is.
were
It's
just
been
coming
ages.
here to call the
Yeah.
our friends.
That's why I'm getting a room.
He doesn't want to do it on the street for some
Why
reason.
And I
don't
don't want to do it in the Golden Wattle, and
Why
I don't
not
want to
in a
do
warehouse?
it because
access
it
to a
is
warehouse.
a warehouse that we own.
Okay.
Whereas the Hilton is a neutral location.
That's a really good point, and it saves on warehouses. Let's see what we got here. Australian Embassy. The Australian Embassy, you go there instead because fuck the hell. Well, actually, okay, you go to the Australian Embassy. It's 70. It's $1 each for the. Basically, it comes down to $3 for a amazingly nice suite.
All right.
Cool. You guys now have the best suite in the best hotel in tavern or in of the entire city.
Something I don't, because I don't think I've really ever looked into it. Besides, it's just got the name based on the legends and stuff.
It's kind of laid out the same as the actual Australian Embassy. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I was wondering that, and also
You're
about
staying in your own room here, kind of. You're like super.
I was curious about like whether or not they had flags or things that represent what these believed from.
No, they just have the name for some reason. They have places for all the flags, but they don't have any up. It's kind of like it's like a game. Traveling Shadows a lot of times is like a game of telephone, and so yeah. It's super weird. Now, for the R2, it's not a big deal because it's like, oh, this is a nice room because they haven't hung out in your room as much as you have.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even know this existed.
Didn't you?
No. How long has this been here?
Oh, it's always been here.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
if you have a look on the map, wrong map. That's Melwick's. I think it's to the left of the Hilton from memory.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of weird shit in the campaign, depending on how deep you want to dig.
So how did this even? Did this come before the Biscayne Embassy or after?
After.
Makes sense.
And you will notice further along there is the Australian desalination plant.
Yeah, I did notice that. I was a bit confused as to how that got there, but then again, I'm confused most of the time. So
There's nothing at all to this bizarre conspiracy.
Yes.
Cool. What do? You are all hanging out in a super well-lit room that reeks of opulence.
All right. I'll attempt to contact Trevor.
After a bit, he answers and says, "Who?"
Joshua McKay.
Oh. And he opens up the connection and it kind of forms a 3D thing. And he seems to be in a different kind of room. He says, "Give me a moment, please."
Certainly.
And the scene kind of fuzzes. After about 10 minutes, he says, "You are with others?"
Two. One who you have not met, and Aeolus, the strange one.
Bring them as well. He extends a hand to you.
All right. I take it. We're going through, boys.
Nice.
Freddie's face. The day hasn't even ended yet. It's still the same day, Freddie. It's the same day.
Yes, we will go through.
I should have bought an extra pair of pants.
He pulls you guys through. You enter a new area, and no tarot cards. The land shifts like hot pavement or a desert mirage. It flashes and pulses. Half the sky is locked into night, and within, the stars dart and circle overhead, flaring up or disappearing. The daylight half can't seem to determine what color it should be and shifts throughout the spectrum. The entire celestial mandala rotates upon a point directly overhead. It is as though you stand at the end of the world, the universe, everything. The sky itself seems to be a bottomless chasm, but also they have a bottomless chasm that the entire city hangs over. There are clear, ever-changing strands, bridges which connect the city to the lands around the terrible chasm. "Welcome to the Courts of Chaos," he says. "Everybody please give me a sanity roll." It maxes at 20 for the Courts of Chaos. You seem to be in like some sort of rooftop garden thing so you can see parts of the city and stuff.
Is there any loss for making it?
D4.
Wow.